Welcome to the video guide for installing the R1 Marco single-phase on-grid inverter. Take a moment to inspect the accessories of the packages. Make sure to verify all accessories against the package information. You need to prepare cables by yourself. Ensure that the installation tool is completely prepared before beginning the installation process. Please ensure the package is undamaged before opening it. Once confirmed, proceed to unpack the inverter and accessories. Verify that the inverter is not scratched or damaged. Determine an appropriate installation position that can sustain the weight of the inverter and meet the clearance requirement. Use the mounting bracket as a template to mark the positions for the two holes. Drill holes one by one. Install the mounting bracket in the two holes and tighten it with two expansion squares. Mount the inverter on the bracket and secure it by a screw. Before you start, get familiar with the wiring areas of the inverter. This is our R1 Marco single-phase on-grid inverter system application scenario. Strip the PE cable insulation 7 mm from the end of PE cable. Crimp the PE cable. Install PE cable of the inverter and connect to the ground bar. Strip 12 mm of insulation from the ends of LN and PE cables. Insert the stripped cable into the pin contact. Crimp the terminals onto the cables. Attach the crimped terminals to the cable. Insert the conductors fully into the corresponding terminals. Tighten the screws to 0.8 Nm torque. Ensure it is seated correctly by feeling or hearing a click. Tighten to 4 to 5 Nm torque. Connect AC cable to inverter. If you need to unlock the AC terminal, use the disassembly tool to flip the installation icon to the unlock icon. Rotate the latch as shown. Remove the female end of the cable to unlock the terminal.
Prepare a PV positive string cable. Strip insulation 7 mm from the end of PV cable.
Crimp the PV cable. Ensure it is seated correctly by feeling and hearing a click. Tighten the DC positive connector. Prepare a PV negative string cable. Strip insulation 7 mm from the end of PV cable. Crimp the PV cable. Ensure it is seated correctly by feeling and hearing a click. Tighten the DC negative connector. Ensure the voltage of each PV string does not exceed the inverter's maximum input voltage, Vmax, under any condition.
Connect the PV strings to the PV input port of the inverter. Remove the protective cover of the I/O interface. Connect to the CT. The CT needs to be hung in the main meter box to ensure that all loads are detected. If the cable length is not long enough, please install an extension cable by yourself. The direction of the arrow of the CT is facing toward the inverter. Recommended use of the CT model CTSA 016-100A/33.33 mA. Remove the protective cover of the I/O interface. Insert the CT cable into I/O cover. Connect to the meter. Referring to the system connection of the L cable and N cable of the meter, the LIN connects to the port 1, L out connects to the port 2, N in connects to port 3, N out connects to port 4, and GND does not need to be connected. Smart meter communication connection. Please refer to the user manual to finish the Wi-Fi/4G/Ethernet connection. Connect the Wi-Fi 4G or ST LAN G2 module to COM port of inverter. Follow the Wi-Fi/4G/ST LAN G2 module user manual to set up the monitoring.
Turn on the AC circuit breaker between the inverter and the grid. Turn on the inverter DC switch to the on position. SIS switch. Turn on. OK. SIS switch. Language. English. OK. Settings. Advanced. On grid. Safety. OK. Settings. Date time. Settings. PV config. Multi. OK. Settings. COM address. Local address. Settings. Advanced. On grid. Export control. Set the user value as 0. Settings. Advanced. Feature. Meter setting. CT. If you have a CT installed, select CT. Settings. Advanced. Feature. Meter setting. Meter. If you have a meter installed, select meter. The inverter is counting down and enters the normal state finally.